Welcome to this edition of the El Segundo City Council Recap. I'm your host, Bill Thomas. Let's take a look at the items presented to the El Segundo City Council at their January 17, 2023 meeting. During special presentations, Fire Chief Dina Lee presented courtesy and service awards to Captain Nate McElroy and Management Analyst Vanessa Arias for their work on the Spark of Love toy drive, which resulted in a record-breaking donation of 4,469 toys. Following public communications, City Manager Darrell George gave an update on the city's efforts to address the ongoing odors and noxious gases coming from the Hyperion Water Reclamation Plant. In preparation to replace covers, Hyperion will be cleaning tanks starting January 16th through the end of March. Cleaning will take place on weekdays and mitigation measures will be in place to reduce odors. 2 additional notices of violation were recently issued by the South Coast Air Quality Management District, or AQMD. The next AQMD Hearing Board meeting will be on January 25th, and the next Hyperion Citizens Forum meeting will be on January 19th. The Hyperion Perimeter Road Improvement Project is 70% complete. Sheet piling installation will only occur on weekdays and is expected to finish on January 26th. The city met with Congressman Ted Lieu's staff, who shared that $3.5 million dedicated solely to Hyperion repairs was included in the recently enacted federal omnibus bill. City Attorney Mark Hensley shared that after trying to resolve the issues with Hyperion outside of litigation, within the next 30 days, the city will file a complaint against the City of Los Angeles regarding the Hyperion plant. Information about Hyperion can be found on the city's website at elsegundo.org/Hyperion. During staff presentations, Human Resources Director Rebecca Reddick presented a factual response to the Police Officers Association, or POA, communications to the public. The city has been conferring in good faith with the POA since September 2021 to negotiate an agreement. After 5 meetings, the POA declared an impasse and requested a fact-finding hearing, which was held June 20th, 2022. The fact-finding report and recommendations are available on the city's website. The city issued its last, best, and final offer on October 7th, 2022, and an amended offer on October 19th, 2022. The POA issued a counteroffer on January 5th, 2023, and labor negotiations are ongoing. The city remains committed to public safety and to fiscal responsibility. Police Chief Jaime Bermudez presented details on ESPD staffing and reported that the city invested over $1.5 million in ESPD operations since 2020, including new vehicles, equipment, and significant improvements to the police department facility. City Attorney Mark Hensley noted that the POA has made public statements that the city is taking away the right of police officers to sue the city, but Hensley says that is inaccurate. The city offered a second proposal that did not include binding arbitration, allowing employees to continue to utilize the public court system. The full presentation can be viewed on the city's website. Public Works Director Elias Sassoon and Recreation Parks and Library Director Ali Mancini presented an update on the proposed modifications to the conceptual design of the Plunge project based on the direction of City Council at the October 18, 2022 meeting, and this to reduce the costs and prepare a business model for the facility. Annual operating expenses of the facility are estimated at $1.2 million, and annual generated revenue is anticipated to be around $442,000. The contractor, IBI, presented items to council that can be eliminated to reduce the project cost by $2 million. Staff recommends including these eliminated items as an alternate bid. Council discussed the cost-cutting strategies, the budget, staffing, and the time spent getting a design approved. Council ultimately approved the design and alternate bid strategy with the guidance to not build a conference room and obtain a construction management firm that will start overseeing the project prior to the bid process. During public hearings, Community Development Director Michael Allen and consultant Tina Gall presented a resolution for the new 2023-2024 Community Development Block Grant Project entitled El Segundo Library Park American with Disabilities Act Compliant Pathway Project, which will utilize an estimated $140,000 in CDBG funds to create an ADA-compliant accessible pathway in El Segundo Library Park, thereby increasing pedestrian mobility throughout the park. Council raised concerns about the location of handrails and the potential for them obstructing use of the park and being a hazard for children at play. Council issued a continuance to bring this resolution back in February to deliberate. Fire Chief Dina Lee presented El Segundo's 2022 annual report as the fire department continues to move through the accreditation process. Chief Lee provided an overview of ESFD's numerous accomplishments in 2022, including trainings, promotions, calls for service, response times, community engagement, and education. Council received and filed the report. Recreation Parks and Library Director Ali Mancini presented a resolution to receive around $179,000 of funding through the Building Forward Library Infrastructure Grant. The funding will be used in conjunction with allocated city funding to repair or replace the waterproofing of the Southwest Library wall and replace the library's elevator and HVAC equipment. Council adopted the resolution to receive funding. Ali Mancini then presented a request for qualifications to solicit interest for the planning, design, and engineering services for the Recreation Park renovation project, including the conceptual design and engineering of the teen center, field improvements, court renovations, and reimagining of underutilized spaces. Council authorized the release of RFQ with the recommendation to create a subcommittee to expedite decision-making. During council reports, City Council approved Councilmember Carol Perstuck's motion to include the cultural development fee budget on the City Council Finance Subcommittee agenda to facilitate overall management and best use of funds received. Now to watch the complete City Council meeting for January 17th, 2023, and to learn more about the agenda items covered, please visit elsegundo.org or watch the meeting on Channel 3. The next meeting will be on Tuesday, February 7th.